Hi everyone, I am doing a product test. There is a great new farmer's market down the street at the corner of La Quinta and Riberia Street, downtown St. Augustine. The Rype and Ready Market, farm market, which has just opened up. They're open 7 days a week, 9 to 6, and I have this great bread that I am going to test out. So we have, and pardon my way of saying this, Herbes de Provence Boule Rustic bread mix. So we're going to give this a go and see how it goes. Now, the instructions say to, you can't read that, take 1.5 cups of water. We're going to put the mix into a large bowl, We're going to take 1.5 cups of water, and then we are going to mix it together just until the dough is sticky. Okay, give me a minute to get myself organized here, and we will be off and running. Okay, I'm going to try to do this one-handed, so you're going to have to bear with me as I attempt to do this. Try to, okay, we'll get this and set this aside, our instructions. And we're going to take it and we're going to dump its cute little burlap bag out in our, there, ta-da. Alright. And now we have this great little package of bread mix. Alright. And I am going to need another hand for this. So hold a second. Okay, have it all open. Here's our mix inside, and I can tell you that just the mix alone smells amazing. It has got, besides your bleach wheat flour, salt, yeast, it's got rosemary, thyme, tarragon, basil, savory, fennel, lavender, and marjoram. I'm not saying that last one right, but anyway, it smells wonderful. You just smell those seasonings, those spices. Smells great. Okay, now we are going to gently dump it into our bowl. Okay, just like that. Looking good. Ooh, smells good. Smells good. Okay, and now we're going to add just a little bit of water at a time. And this will be easy enough because I am a hand mixer, so I get in there with the best tool in the world, and that is my hand. Okay, and we're going to mix this up, incorporate the water into it. Good job. Looking good. Now you are just to mix in just enough water until you have a sticky dough. Okay. Alright, now we're going to get the dough off our hands a minute. So we pour a little bit more water. We're going to need a little bit more water. I'll pour a little bit more water in. Okay, we'll just keep mixing. So we get a nice dough. Alright, looking good. Okay, so we have our dough ready. It's looking great. And now it says to cover it with plastic wrap. I don't have any saran wrap, so I'm going to use this regular grocery bag. I'm going to cover my whole bowl with this grocery bag. Pardon the plug there. Okay, no matter where you look, you still see it. Anyway, so I'm going to cover it with the plastic wrap, and I am going to let it sit to rise for 12 hours. The dough will double in size. So I'm going to cover this up. I'm going to set it aside on my counter, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is now officially 12 hours since we put our dough from Rype and Ready Farm Market in the oven. We left it to rise. It's 12-hour rise process. Okay, we have got our oven preheating are preheated to 450 degrees. We have our oven-proof lid pot with a lid ready to go in the oven. So right now we're going to pull out the dough from its resting place and see how she looks. Okay. And here goes the big reveal. She looks very nice. Okay, now the instructions tell you to turn it out onto a floured cutting board. In this case, I've got a pastry cloth. You turn it to make a ball. So I think this is going to be a two-handed job. So I am going to take a minute and get my dough out onto the cutting board, and then I will be right back. Okay, contrary to how wet it looked, it actually came out of the bowl quite easy. So now we have it on our surface, and we're going to sprinkle it lightly with some flour, and we're going to just roll it enough, turn it enough to make a ball out of it. Once we don't want to, we want to be careful not to overwork it, because we want it to be nice and light. It doesn't tell you to knead it, it just says to roll it over, turn it over to make a ball. So I've got it turned over to make a ball. Alright, now our oven-proof pot is in the oven, warming up. We're going to give this like 5 minutes rest time, and then we're going to pull the pot out of the oven and put the bread in the oven. Put the bread in the pot in the oven. Alright, be right back. 5 minutes. Okay, our 30 minutes are up, and we have got the bread out of the oven. We're going to remove the lid, and then we're going to be putting it back in the oven for an additional 15 minutes. But we want to take a peek at it before we put it back in the oven. So we're taking it off, and oh, look at that. It's looking gorgeous. Looking gorgeous already. And oh, you should smell the rosemary and the thyme, tarragon, just all the smells just coming at you. But anyway, okay, so we're going to be putting this back in the oven. I'm going to need 2 hands, and we'll see you again in 15 minutes. Thanks. Okay, we're all out of the oven, and that is a beautiful loaf of bread. Such a golden crust, and it's a crisp crust, but it's not a heavy bread. It's not heavy at all. It's a lovely, lovely, lovely bread. I'm going to let it cool down for a little bit before I cut into it. And this is Rype and Ready's essentially bread in a bag. It comes in this lovely little burlappy bag, and you have everything you need. All you need to do is add water and bake it. Follow the directions, easy as it can be, but it smells fabulous. There are so many spices in it that are just very aromatic and are going to be so delicious once we get a chance to cut into it and taste it. We're going to let it cool down for just a little bit right now, so it's not so hot, but we will be right back with the official taste test of Rype and Ready's. Essentially it's a bread in a bag, but it is specifically Herbe de Provence Boule Rustic bread mix. It's an artisan bread. It comes in the bag completely ready to use. You just pour the ingredients as you've seen in a bowl, put in some water, mix, and bake. And well, you have to rise it. It does take, you know, a 12-hour rise time, but I think it is totally worth it. You can have fresh hot bread in the morning, you put it together at night, first thing in the morning you bake off some beautiful bread, and you can treat everybody to this fresh hot bread with their breakfast, or you can do it during the day and have this wonderfully delicious aromatic hot bread in the evening for your dinner. So for yourself, your family, your guests, I think it'll go well with anything. So that is the Rype and Ready Farm Market, located at La Quinta. I'm going to say it so wrong. I've lived here all my life. La Quinta and Riberia just opened up beautiful location. They are open 7 days a week, 9 to 6, and we'll be back to do a taste test. Thanks. Okay, I have sliced the Ripe and Ready bag bread. It's a rustic bread mix from Ripe and Ready Farm Market at La Quinta and Corner Riberia. And it is a very crusty loaf, very soft inside, but a nice crusty outside. And we have a willing bystander to do our taste test for us, Mr. Don Shannon. Mr. Shannon, if you taste it for us, you can hear that crunch. It's like a good crispy crunch. That is a very crusty bread. It's a nice artisan bread. Okay, Mr. Shannon, your honest opinion of how the bread tastes.
It's good.
It's good. Can you taste the spices, the rosemary, and everything?
Tastes good.
Yeah. Would it be good with a like a garlic butter or a nice olive oil dipping sauce?
Mm-hmm. Very good.
So there you have it, people. From the man on the street, he has tasted the Ripe and Ready Farm Market artisan bread mix, and it has got a great big thumbs up.